Ladies and gentlemen, in a world brimming with noise, connections, and constant interaction, the idea of being alone often carries a shadow of fear or discomfort. Yet I invite you to consider that aloneness is not a burden, but a profound gift, a state where power and transformation reside. Solitude provides a rare opportunity for self-reflection, a process essential for personal growth. When we are surrounded by others, our thoughts are often influenced by external voices, friends, family, colleagues, and societal norms. In such an environment, our true desires and intentions can become obscured. Solitude removes this interference, creating a space where the only voice we hear is our own. This space is where self-discovery begins. In moments of solitude, we can ask ourselves fundamental questions: what do I truly want? What brings me fulfillment? Am I living authentically? These questions might not yield immediate answers, but solitude allows us the uninterrupted time to explore them deeply. Over time, patterns and truths about our identity, values, and aspirations begin to emerge. Solitude also strengthens our capacity for introspection. Through practices like journaling, meditation, or simply sitting quietly with our thoughts, we develop the ability to examine our emotions, behaviors, and motivations without judgment. This process of self-examination fosters emotional intelligence, helping us better understand our reactions to life's challenges and how we relate to others. Research in psychology highlights the cognitive benefits of solitude. Studies show that individuals who regularly spend time alone tend to develop better problem-solving skills and higher levels of creativity. The quiet of solitude enables the brain to enter a state of default mode where it can make connections, process information, and generate innovative ideas. This mental clarity is often difficult to achieve in environments filled with distractions. Encouraging moments of solitude can be transformative. For example, students who practice self-reflection are better able to set meaningful goals and align their academic pursuits with their personal interests. Educators and institutions can foster this by providing quiet spaces, promoting reflective assignments, or integrating mindfulness practices into curricula. Thus, solitude is not just a retreat from the world, but a dynamic space for self-discovery and growth. It is where we learn not only who we are, but who we can become. The paradox of aloneness lies in the profound realization that while we may physically separate ourselves from others, we remain deeply connected to the universe and everything within it. This idea can be explored through both philosophical and scientific lenses, offering a rich understanding of our place in the world. From a philosophical perspective, the concept of oneness is a recurring theme in many traditions such as Taoism, Buddhism, and Stoicism. These teachings suggest that individuality is an illusion. We are all part of a greater whole, interconnected by the fabric of existence itself. Aloneness, then, is not isolation, it is a pathway to recognizing this unity. By retreating into solitude, we remove external distractions and tune into the rhythms of life, understanding that the same forces that move the stars and the tides also move within us. This interconnectedness can be explained through biology and quantum physics. At the biological level, every cell in our body operates as part of a larger system, both within us and in relation to the world. The air we breathe is exchanged with trees, the food we eat comes from the earth, and even our thoughts and emotions influence the energy around us. On a quantum level, particles are entangled, meaning their states are interconnected regardless of distance. This suggests that the boundaries we perceive between ourselves and the world are not as rigid as they seem. Teaching the paradox of aloneness can encourage students to appreciate the balance between individuality and interconnectedness. For example, reflective activities such as mindfulness exercises or nature walks can help students experience this connection firsthand. Lessons in ecology, physics, and philosophy can further illustrate how everything in the universe, including ourselves, is part of a dynamic and interdependent system. Aloneness becomes powerful when we understand that it is not about being separated. It is about recognizing that our separateness is only a surface experience. Beneath that surface lies a deep unity, a profound sense of belonging to something much greater than ourselves. Silence is often perceived as emptiness or absence, but in reality it is a rich and fertile space for learning and understanding. When we listen to silence, we are not merely escaping noise, we are engaging with a deeper level of awareness that can teach us about ourselves, our surroundings, and even the nature of existence itself. From a psychological standpoint, silence allows the brain to reset and reorganize. Neuroscientific studies have shown that quiet environments enable the brain's default mode network to activate. This network is associated with introspection, memory consolidation, and creativity. When we are in silence, our minds are free to wander, make new connections, and process complex emotions and ideas without the interruption of external stimuli. We also learn the art of active listening not just to others, but to ourselves. Our thoughts, often drowned out by the noise of daily life, become more accessible. This self-dialogue fosters clarity and emotional regulation, helping us to better understand our needs, fears, and aspirations. It is in this stillness that we can address internal conflicts and develop strategies for personal growth. Silence also has profound educational implications. For students, silence can be a tool for deep learning. Activities such as silent reading, meditation, or reflective journaling encourage focus and enhance cognitive abilities. In group settings, intentional moments of silence can promote thoughtful responses and respectful dialogue. For educators, silence offers a way to create space for students to think critically and engage with material on a more personal level. It teaches us about the world beyond words. In nature, for example, silence is never truly silent. It is filled with the subtle sounds of wind, water, and wildlife. Listening attentively to these sounds can heighten our awareness of the interconnected systems that sustain life. This practice not only deepens our appreciation for the environment, but also nurtures a sense of mindfulness and presence. We begin to see it as a dynamic teacher. It guides us to greater self-awareness, fosters creativity, and connects us to the rhythms of the world. Far from being a void, silence is a space of profound learning and transformation. External validation is a deeply ingrained aspect of human behavior. From an early age, we are conditioned to seek approval from others, parents, teachers, peers, and society at large. While positive reinforcement can motivate us, over-reliance on external validation often leads to a loss of personal autonomy and self-worth. Breaking free from this dependence is a powerful step toward personal growth and self-realization. The need for validation is tied to our sense of identity and belonging. Social acceptance activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and creating feelings of pleasure. However, when we become overly dependent on this external feedback, we risk tethering our self-esteem to the opinions and judgments of others. This can lead to anxiety, self-doubt, and a constant fear of rejection. By learning to prioritize internal validation, seeking approval from within, we reclaim control over our emotional well-being and foster a healthier relationship with ourselves. Understanding this shift is critical, especially in a world dominated by social media. Platforms designed to amplify external validation, likes, shares, and comments, often reinforce the idea that our worth is determined by external metrics. Students need to be equipped with tools to navigate this environment critically. Workshops or lessons focused on digital literacy can highlight the impact of social media on mental health and teach strategies for cultivating self-worth independent of online approval. Mindfulness practices also play a significant role in fostering internal validation. By engaging in activities such as meditation, journaling, or gratitude exercises, individuals can build a strong inner foundation. These practices encourage self-reflection and help individuals identify their core values and strengths, creating a sense of fulfillment that is not contingent on external affirmation. Freedom from external validation also enhances creativity and decision-making. When we no longer fear judgment, we are more likely to take risks, express ourselves authentically, and pursue paths aligned with our true interests. This independence fosters innovation and resilience, qualities essential for both personal and professional success. In the classroom or workplace, this mindset can be encouraged by emphasizing the process of learning or creating over the outcome or recognition. Escaping the need for external validation is not about rejecting others' opinions entirely, but about balancing them with our own sense of self. It is about recognizing that while feedback can guide us, our true worth lies in our ability to value and validate ourselves. This shift from external to internal validation is a transformative journey towards self-empowerment and authenticity. Solitude is often misunderstood as a state of isolation, but it is one of the most fertile environments for creativity. Many of history's greatest inventions, works of art, and philosophical ideas were birthed in moments of solitude. The absence of external distractions allows the mind to wander, explore new connections, and engage in deep, uninterrupted thought conditions essential for creative breakthroughs. Enhances divergent thinking, a process critical to creativity. Divergent thinking involves generating multiple ideas or solutions to a problem, which is more easily achieved in quiet environments where the mind has space to experiment without fear of immediate judgment. When alone, individuals can explore unconventional ideas, test abstract concepts, and follow imaginative threads without external interference or the pressure to conform. Also fosters introspection, a key component of the creative process. In moments of quiet reflection, individuals can evaluate their ideas, clarify their goals, and align their creative pursuits with their inner values. This introspective process helps refine raw inspiration into meaningful, innovative outcomes. By contrast, environments filled with constant interaction often interrupt this essential internal dialogue, diluting the quality of creative work. Another key to embracing change is letting go of the need for control. While planning and preparation are valuable, she knows that not everything can be predicted or managed. Instead of clinging to rigid expectations, she practices openness and learns to trust the process. This ability to flow with life's natural rhythms allows her to remain centered even when external conditions are unpredictable. Preparation for change is equally important. She invests in lifelong learning and skill development, knowing that the ability to adapt often depends on staying informed and prepared. Whether it's acquiring new knowledge, building relationships, or maintaining her physical and emotional health, she ensures she has the resources to thrive in new circumstances. Embracing change means fostering a sense of gratitude for the journey. A wise woman appreciates that change, even when difficult, often leads to new opportunities, perspectives, and personal growth. By reflecting on past transitions, she recognizes how challenges have shaped her into a stronger, wiser individual. This awareness gives her the confidence to face future changes with optimism and courage. By accepting change as a constant and an ally, she builds a life that is dynamic, meaningful, and resilient. Instead of fearing the unknown, she welcomes it as a chance to evolve and create a richer, more fulfilling existence. A wise woman understands that her mental and emotional well-being is the foundation for every aspect of her life. When her mind is clear and her emotions are balanced, she can approach challenges with confidence, build meaningful relationships, and pursue her goals with energy and focus. Prioritizing well-being is not a luxury, but a necessity for living a fulfilling and effective life. To prioritize her mental health, she first cultivates self-awareness. She regularly checks in with herself to assess her thoughts, emotions, and stress levels. Through practices like journaling or mindfulness, she identifies triggers that cause distress and patterns that lead to negative thinking. By understanding her mental state, she can address concerns early and maintain a healthy mindset. Emotional well-being requires learning to process and manage feelings constructively. She recognizes that emotions are not obstacles to be avoided, but signals that provide valuable insights into her needs and experiences. Instead of suppressing or ignoring her emotions, she allows herself to feel them fully, reflecting on their origins and what they may be teaching her. This approach prevents emotional buildup and fosters a sense of balance. A critical component of well-being is setting boundaries. She understands that her time and energy are finite resources, and that overcommitting or neglecting her own needs can lead to burnout. By saying no to unnecessary obligations and protecting her personal time, she ensures she has the space to recharge and focus on what truly matters. Equally important is her commitment to self-care. This includes prioritizing physical health through regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and sufficient sleep, as these habits directly impact mental clarity and emotional stability. Additionally, she engages in activities that bring her joy, relaxation, and fulfillment, recognizing that these are essential for maintaining a positive outlook. She also seeks connection as part of her emotional well-being. Building support. By prioritizing mental and emotional well-being, she equips herself to handle life's complexities with grace and strength. This foundation empowers her to thrive in her personal and professional life, while creating a sense of inner peace and fulfillment. A wise woman knows that true confidence is not about arrogance or domination, but about self-assurance grounded in humility. She carries herself with a quiet strength that reflects her abilities while remaining open to learning, growth, and collaboration. This balance allows her to navigate life with grace and maintain meaningful relationships even in the face of challenges. Confidence begins with self-awareness. She takes the time to understand her strengths, talents, and achievements, acknowledging her capabilities without minimizing her worth. This awareness gives her the courage to take on new opportunities, voice her opinions, and trust her judgment. At the same time, she recognizes that she doesn't have all the answers, sees this as a chance to learn rather than a limitation. Humility complements her confidence by keeping her grounded. She remains mindful of the value of other perspectives and experiences, understanding that collaboration often leads to better outcomes. A confident yet humble woman seeks input from others, respects diverse opinions, and is willing to change her stance when presented with compelling evidence. This openness not only fosters mutual respect, but also strengthens her ability to lead and work effectively with others. Balancing confidence with humility also requires self-discipline. While confidence may encourage her to step into the spotlight, humility ensures she uses her platform responsibly. She chooses to uplift others, share credit for successes, and remain approachable, recognizing that true leadership comes from service rather than self-promotion. Another aspect of this balance is her relationship with failure and feedback. A confident woman views setbacks as opportunities to grow, while her humility enables her to accept constructive criticism without defensiveness. She reflects on mistakes, adapts her approach, and uses the experience to enhance her skills and perspective. She also applies this principle to her personal interactions. Confidence allows her to assert boundaries and communicate her needs clearly, while humility encourages her to listen actively and empathize with others. This balance fosters trust, deepens connections, and ensures that her relationships are based on mutual respect rather than power dynamics. She practices gratitude, which reinforces both confidence and humility. By appreciating her achievements and the support she receives, she stays motivated and focused. At the same time, gratitude reminds her of the interconnectedness of her successes with the contributions of others and the opportunities life has provided. By harmonizing confidence with humility, a wise woman creates a life of influence, integrity, and meaningful impact. She inspires others through her example, not by boasting of her abilities, but by demonstrating them with authenticity and respect. In conclusion, the principles outlined, embracing curiosity, nurturing self-awareness, valuing genuine connections, seeking depth over superficiality, living in the present moment, embracing change, prioritizing well-being, and balancing confidence with humility serve as guiding lights for a life of wisdom and fulfillment. The smart woman understands that these are not mere ideals, but actionable paths that shape her daily choices and define her journey. By committing to these practices, she creates a life rich in meaning, growth, and resilience, leaving a lasting legacy for herself and those she influences.